All right, let's dive into what's basically a high-stakes corporate thriller, but it's all happening right now in the pharmaceutical world. This is a story about huge ambition, brilliant strategy, and a couple of billion-dollar gambles that could seriously shake up the market for some of the world's most important medicines.
I mean, think about it. It's the ultimate David versus Goliath story, right? When a single drug can pull in tens of billions of dollars every single year, how on earth does another company even begin to compete with that? Well, there's one company in India, Zydus Life Sciences, and they've decided they're going to try. They've put together this incredibly bold, two-part strategy to go after not just one, but two of the most successful drug franchises on the entire planet. This is their master plan.
Okay, so let's get into their first big bet. And this one is a doozy. They are taking a direct shot at a drug that has totally revolutionized how we treat cancer. And their target? It's Merck's Keytruda. Now, this is no ordinary drug. We're talking about a global blockbuster, a true pioneer in cancer immunotherapy that has saved countless lives and, of course, made a ton of money for its creator, Merck. And Zydus is coming for the crown.
So how are they going to do it? Their weapon of choice is something called a biosimilar. The easiest way to think about it is like a super high-tech, incredibly sophisticated, generic version of a really complex drug. You see, unlike a simple pill, these drugs are grown in living cells, making them almost impossible to copy perfectly. But if you can pull it off, you can offer a much more affordable option. But here's the thing. The whole game plan hinges on one word: speed. In the world of biosimilars, being the very first company to launch an approved copy after the patent runs out is everything. That first-to-market opportunity means you can snatch up a massive piece of the market before anyone else even has a chance.
And make no mistake, this isn't some little side project for them. The company's own managing director, Dr. Sharvil Patel, has made it crystal clear. He said, "Our biosimilars and specialty portfolio will be the key drivers of growth. This is their future, right here."
So tackling a cancer giant, that is incredibly ambitious. But Zydus isn't stopping there. At the same time, they're placing another massive bet in a totally different but just as explosive market. We're talking about the drug that literally everyone is talking about.
And that brings us to bet number 2, jumping headfirst into the massive weight loss drug craze that is sweeping the globe. Yep, their other target is Semaglutide. That's the magic ingredient in the blockbuster drugs Ozempic and Wegovy. Zydus is developing a generic version, and they're aiming for a piece of a market that's projected to be worth over $100 billion. Just wow.
But for this one, they're playing it a little differently, especially back home in India. They're using a tactic called out-licensing. All this means is they're partnering up, letting another company handle all the marketing and sales. In return, Zydus gets a nice slice of the profits. It's a really smart and efficient way to get into the game fast.
Okay, so you might be thinking Zydus is just a really clever copycat. But there's a huge twist in this story. Their plan isn't just about copying other people's success. They have an ace up their sleeve, something they built entirely from the ground up. And that ace is a drug called Semaglutide magnesium. This is not a biosimilar, it's not a generic, it's a brand new chemical entity that came straight out of their own research and development labs. This proves they're not just imitators, they are innovators too.
This unique drug is all about treating serious liver diseases, an area where patients really need new options. For Zydus, it lets them build a specialized, high-value business in the all-important U.S. market, completely separate from their blockbuster chasing. It really shows they can play both sides of the game, imitation and innovation. And this slide just sums it all up perfectly, right? It's this two-pronged attack. You've got the biosimilar play, high stakes, high reward, racing to copy giants like Keytruda. And then you have the innovation play, the patient, science-driven work of creating totally new medicines like Semaglutide. It's a powerful 1-2 punch. Okay, so that's the master plan. It sounds amazing on paper, but you've got to ask, is any of this actually working? Are these huge bets paying off? Well, the numbers tell a pretty incredible story.
The answer is a huge, resounding yes. Just look at this number, 298%. That's the year-on-year jump in their net profit in the fourth quarter of fiscal 2024. No, that's not a typo. Their profit nearly tripled. This strategy isn't just working, it is absolutely on fire.
So where is all this cash coming from? Well, take a look. The U.S. market, which is the main stage for their biosimilar and specialty drug plays, accounts for almost half of their entire revenue. It is, without a doubt, the engine driving this whole machine.
So you see, it's all coming together. Those big, risky bets on biosimilars, that very smart move into the weight loss market, and the steady growth from their own innovative drugs, it's all adding up to these incredible financial results that we're seeing right now.
And all of this leaves us with one last, really big question. As companies like Zydus successfully challenge the biggest blockbuster drugs with more affordable alternatives, while also innovating on their own, what does that mean for the rest of us? Could this be the model that finally starts to bring down drug prices and give millions more people access to life-saving medicines? That is the multi-billion-dollar question Zydus is trying to answer.